Welcome, my friends, allies, vassals, and enemies of the state. You know who you are. King Yorkie II of the House of Yorkie here, taking you back in time to Crusader Kings 3 and the founding of the Hausa Empire. We're working with my lady Magagia Dorama here. Her story I gave as the entrance. Oh, what little I found. As the entrance to the first episode. I advise watching that episode if you don't know who this is, because this is a real life woman with a tale to tell. And though I only broke the surface of it, it's interesting. Now, what's interesting game-wise is we started out with just these two chieftains, essentially county titles in game terms. Which means if she died with more than one possible heir, they would be split up between them. She needed a county, or a high chieftain, in description in this particular culture. Both of these, Katsina and Dara, have two other parts to them, two other chieftains to their high chieftain, both of which are held by Darama's husband. So she can't exactly take them on. Her husband also has children that are his heirs by a previous marriage or another marriage. So they aren't inherited by her child. So getting anything that way wouldn't work. Also, she couldn't exactly murder her husband and his heirs, leaving her heir as the inheritor. Because look, only one intrigue. Not good. So we expanded. We took on Kebi and Yari to get ourselves our first high chieftain, which is the high chieftain of Kebi. Right there. Now we're looking, because she's still young, to go for a kingdom. It would be nice to bring Kano in, but I don't see that happening. Heir would be a possibility. Basically, if we were to go for a kingdom, and we were to look for the Hausaland kingdom, that includes what we have, as well as what our husband has. That's not likely to happen, although there is only another de jure county. We don't have the title created. Interesting, I didn't notice that. So if we can take Tahu, if we can subjugate him, that becomes a possibility. The problem is, well, we could declare a war to subjugate him. Rather close on the number of troops. So that doesn't bode well for us. We may be able to do that later. In the meantime, perhaps it's time to expand elsewhere. I should be able to take on this chieftain here. You're holding Chieftain Kadia, which is part of Nupe as the High Chieftain. Oh, Duchy of Nupe. Interesting. We would need three of the four chieftains. Thinking. What's your other thing that you're holding? That's Nupe. And that's, there, Kadia. Which is Duchy of Nupe as well. So we get two of them if we take him on. Which is the other part? Down here. A panda. You hold a panda in Kefi. Interesting. Alright, Quafara. We were to attack you. No, that's way too close. There is always a possibility of getting two other duchies that's completely unrelated. Or two other high chiefdoms in this area, it should be. But that's going to be tricky at the moment. We could try declaring war on you. To get the Emir of Air. They're taking on a chieftain. Why don't we do that? We can't. We're not illustrious. Ah. Invade kingdom? Nope. Because we are not exalted among men. We could subjugate him. That would be 500. And he has no chance of beating us at all. But I have a feeling we can only subjugate one person. Is this really who we want to go for? Right, let's see what else we can do. We have two children, Bao, my son. Alliance power. No alliances available for you. Arranged marriage. Relevance, alliance power. No alliances for you. So we can't do anything that way. Now, you're actually not bad as a vassal. Let's see how you compare to some of my people. Oh, 12 and 13. My marshal is better than you. And Sidibe is definitely better than you also. Oh, this is challenging. Deciding which particular area to go for. Now, I can't do anything to persuade you to give me anything, can I? No. I'm scheming against him. I'm actually not. I'm learning his language. I would like to take Tahu on, but I don't see that as a possibility right now. Let's see what happens with air. See, if I subjugate him, he'd be a powerful vassal. Pregnancy. A child is growing in my womb. We have another child. We can certainly subjugate him. Oh, chicory treatment. I tripped and fell down the stairs. Well, that's not good when you're pregnant. Thank heavens I'm okay. I just have a few bruises. My physician, Shavata, said I should treat it with chicory, which I hate because of its bitter taste. Though I won't be eating it and only applying it on the affected skin. Having to deal with it is just annoying. That was a new champion. And you are quite good. Can we recruit you to oh, we have no money. We have no money. We can't recruit to court yet, as we'd need 13. So it would also pay to wait. I'm not going to do either of those imprisonments. Neighbouring ruler lost? Which ruler? Chieftain of Bilma. Which is that? I'm not sure. Ah! You just made yourself available for conquest. Are you better? You are better than our steward. Subjugation, dear boy, subjugation. Right, raise all. That's a neutral army. They have very few troops. We are losing money, which is not so good. I don't need to call on my ally there. And here we have 8 months left. Seven. Down to 5. A champion has arrived. Let's not worry about that just now. My relief is great, my joy even greater. I've given birth to a perfect little son. That's not bad. Magan, join us. That's actually not bad because we're female dynasty, female inheritance preferred. So I only have one daughter, so I have only one heir. My husband is once again absent from our chamber as night falls. He has been distant lately, lost in thought and rarely seen at court. Am I not to his satisfaction, or is he simply busy? Or could he be warming someone else's bed? Never disrespects the sanctity of our marriage, I'm certain of it. Plus, I have no skill in espionage, so there's not much point in trying much else. Learn language, admiration. High Chieftain is the one who I'm striving to emulate in my endeavour to learn Arabic. Has started sending correspondence to me of late. I've gotten several letters where he lauds my efforts to learn his language, calling them both respectable and admirable. It feels good to get recognition for my hard work. Handwriting is interesting. Send back word of appreciation. Let's get closer to a friendship. It would be good to be friends with our husband, I believe. Oh, 100%. Right. Enforced demands. To my liege, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to end this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. Right, disband all. Now, you're going to be a powerful vassal. Exactly as I thought. And you, my friend, I'm sorry, you're just not that good. I'd like to sway him. Right now I don't see that as possible. So I'm working on this. Or can I do more than one thing at once? I'm not sure. Ah, no, we want to learn the language, so we'll carry that on first. Social manipulation. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought. But my steward, Sakin, has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed at the council table. He's testing my limits. I've just brought you into the kingdom. Or queendom, I should say. Let's see. Mocking unrestrained emotions will shut him up. Let's forget to invite him. Since I began to withhold information, he has made a damn fool of himself more than once. Dismissing his hopelessly outdated suggestions has been easier than outwitting a dog. Good. However, let me have a look at my prisoners, because I have several. Can I don't want to execute him. Negotiate release. Maybe not. Kanafa, you can get me some money, perhaps. Or just a weak hook. Or maybe not. Yuma. Well, let's see what these people are like. You're not exactly very good, are you? Yuma are also not good. Bintu. Ooh, you've got a decent martial skill about you, but when did you have a martial? Did he be? We have someone with your name. None of them are particularly good. So I think we're okay just leaving them to rot right now. A new perk. Sound Foundation. Every living child gives you one random skill point. Good. And how is Tahu doing? More allies now, that's not good. How old are we? Currently 36. We need at least one more High Chieftain. With 3, we can look to form a nation, a kingdom. Learn language, 1 manual. Kaya approached me puffing his chest. My lady, I've heard that you are studying Arabic. My father was a merchant and he could learn any language in no time at all, he says. His secrets are in this manual. We have no stress. Ooh, we can't do that. We could do that. A fine gift. No. Poppycock, get out of here. One manual. Learn language scheme power +4. It's a bit steep, wouldn't you say? Lost opinion of me. Unfortunate. It's a little 50-50 that one, to be honest. But we're getting close on this anyway. 6 months. 4 months. And he's liking me more as well. The Shade Tree of Gobier. A village in Gobier is a giant tree that was planted many generations ago to provide shade for the villagers. It has been something of a popular sight for people to visit. Sidebe has visited it many times and suggested I could donate some funds. Remind me. I'm just honest and trusting. She might be able to persuade me then. And this option increases how long the county modifier in question will last compared to the default option. As long as any county in your domain has the giant shade tree county modifier, you'll have access to a decision to relax as a giant shade tree. Well, I trust you. Learn language success. After lots of hard work, I've finally learned the Arabic language. Endless hours practicing accentuation, sleepless nights mimicking inflection, countless lessons mastering intonation. It was all worth it in the end. During my efforts, I looked to emulate High Chieftain Badia's accent. I'm sure that he would be impressed, and of course, Mashriki peasants now respect me a great deal. I feel accomplished. Or perhaps I should send a letter. Yes, indeed, I should. And he likes me more. But my dear husband now appreciates me even more. Right, moving on. Ooh, you like me some as well. Good. You are establishing... We've got 3 years left to establish some kind of authority for us. Now... Tahoe. See, if I was to go and declare war on you... Yeah, that's not good. If I was to declare war on you, however, that would be rather easy. Ah, yes, I can only do 1 war of subjugation. We're only distinguished, so we could only do on the county. That's not good. We vassalize you? No. He's at war. Base reluctance 45, -45. You are not his rightful liege. Military strength works for us. Cultural acceptance not so much. And has a decent opinion of us. It's not enough. Offer vassalage and -106. What about you, my husband? Would you? Definitely not. Definitely not. Well, what we can do is work on swaying you. That's fine. We need 3,000. That's going to take a while. Where else could we go? The lure of language. Ruling the multicultural High Chieftain of Kebi comes with its own set of challenges. Foreign subjects often feel alienated when they cannot speak to their native tongue in court, breeding resentment. My steward Sakin suggests I could significantly improve relations by learning to speak their language. That's useful. Do I not already speak it? What languages do I speak? Where does it say? I'm not sure. And Chieftain Bayajida, the Slayer of the Snake. True marriage. That's 50 gold. We don't actually have that. And I only have a chance of gaining extra stress. Let's do it. Let's hit the books. $13. The lure of language incomprehensible. Despite many weeks of study, I just cannot get a solid grasp of the Zagawa language. I have learned some words, but the grammar is the phrasing. I must keep trying. I could conquer a county of his. That's all. Igala. Language learned. Time well spent. The charming Magadier Darama of Kebi. I've been corresponding with your Chancellor, Safiato, and I must say that I've come to see you in a new light. Wonderful. Your silver tongue is shining today. Right. Thinking. Gala. Duchy of Vigboland. Oh, that's not what we need then. A panda. You could be taken. But the other one isn't part of it, is it? Not yet created. We would need 3 counties. I don't suppose you can become a vassal, would you? No. Mine was 157. Definitely not. What about you? You've got 1,000. Allied to my husband? What the hell? Oh, I could subjugate him? No. No, I couldn't. Do you only have one that's in Nupe? You do, don't you? You only have one that's in Nupe? Yes. These 2 are in Bachi. Ah. See, Nupe itself. If we could but get him taken out. Where else can we go? Because we must have a kingdom before my death. Pregnancy, a child grows in my womb. Good. We must have... Oh, actually, we do not need a kingdom before my death. Because the only heir I have... You're not an heir. My player heir. How are you looking, by the way? Not bad. A little more talent in intrigue than Mumsy, but not much. And certainly not as good at diplomacy. Can we marry you off? For an alliance? No. There's none who wish to give us an alliance. Chieftain Swade, alright. Tracks in the sand. I was travelling in a more arid part of my land when we came across tracks in the sand. Before we could examine it, the wind blew around us for a brief moment, sweeping away the footprints. We travelled for a little longer when we came across similar footprints. This time, before the wind could raise them, one of the lesser officials accompanying me had enough time to recognise what it was, and I was told, "These are the tracks of a fennec fox, my lady." Lo and behold, up ahead, we saw a majestic but small, petite creature. It glared at us with its beady black eyes, flanked by its oversized ears, before it scurried away. "It's rare we see them out during the day," my official remarked. "Usually, they're easier to find at night." Such a lovely creature, or we don't have time. And it offers a little biological context. Fennecs vulpes vera are the smallest canid species in the world and can be found in much of North Africa, to a lesser extent parts of the Middle East. They have a straw-coloured fur and are noted for their large furry ears, which are used to dissipate heat. They also have a number of other adaptations to living in the desert regions they are native to, such as the ability to survive with very little water. Their name comes from the Arabic word for the species, funak, or fanak. What a lovely creature. How old are you? You're 43. You're not exactly old, are you? What about you? 48. I'm certainly not going to try and take on Canham. A scheme at court. My spy master has come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is trying to kill my champion. We must stop them. I'm beginning to doubt my spy master, to be honest. The charming Magajida Darama of Kabi. I've studied the Chadic language for many moons. I personally penned this missive during a Chadic script. Using Chadic script. A letter of friendship from a speaker of Arabic. I wish for our future diplomatic relationships to benefit us both greatly. That's my dear husband. As he learns Chadic, impressive. Send my regards. So we are friends with our dear husband now. And this is being raided. Are we indeed? New daughter. That's a problem. May you grow up to be wise, my daughter. Although I may be able to marry her out to someone if we get too close to the end. Meanwhile, we're being raided there. I don't appreciate being raided. Let's raise all our armies then. Salt in the wound. While I was at market with Schwatter, her attention was caught by a criminal chained to a pillory. Schwatter watched him for some time. When he did nothing but cough and beg for water, Schwatter rolled her eyes and kept on walking. That hardly seems just. I can't say that I approve of that. The criminal was not to know. I think we would go for that. No child. Bring the poor man the water he asked for. Available perks. They're a matriarch. Fertility plus 20%, stress loss plus 20. Alright. Raid loot recovered, good. Schemer discovered. My sister Shavata? What the hell is wrong with you? Abhorrent fiend. Alright, it looks like they've run off. War declared. Greetings. You are weak and I am strong. There is no other justification needed for me to come and take what I want. rally the troops, and that might have been a little foolish of you. As for being raided, I don't care about that at the moment. My husband, dear. Call to war. Now, let's see what we have. And where are your soldiers? Right there. Is that it? And with that, we can start taking down your places. Enemy ally joins war, indeed. That's a little more troubling. Though it is balanced. What about getting a romance? Declaration of love. The clang of weapons and excited cheers draws me towards the courtyard. What's going on? I find two armoured warriors engaged in vigorous sparring match. Both of them must undoubtedly been tested to the field of battle. With a reckless insult, one of the fighters disarms the other. To my surprise, he kneels before me and takes off his helmet. It's my Marshal Umar. I dedicate this victory to you, Magadia Durama, he says. Bringing you honour is my only desire. You flatter me, my lord. About some bowmen. We haven't raised them yet, but we will do. My chieftain is swayed. I'm changing mine. Schwarzer has been asking me for a pet rabbit for a long time. And I told her I would get her one in 3 months if she displayed more focus on the studies. Fickle's not good. It's not what I'm thinking of at all. Content or trusting? Well, I'm trusting, so she would be... I would certainly ask her to be trusting. Unfortunately, that gives us excess stress. By the Alangenu petitioners from the realm have been queuing up lately. This work feels endless. Yet another one steps forward, evidently a distressed merchant of some kind. If you have come for justice, know that I do not overrule the judges, just for petty coin. The merchant gawped me, blinking rapidly in shock. Was it something I said? Reclusive. Or scourging myself. That doesn't sound like what we'd do. But we might be a little reclusive. No longer overwhelmed by stress, so that's something. Raise all. And they should be able to join us. Comfort of a friend. There are a few things I enjoy more than Samsukena's company. He quietly listened to all my troubles, helping me put them in perspective. And after a while I realised that it wasn't as bad as I had imagined. After this short break, I was once again ready to take on my duties. It's always good to spend time with him. Increase size to 3, increase size to 2, increase size to 2. And that's another taken. And now down into here. With just 7 months left, I think we should... Actually, less than 7 months left. I think we should be able to take this shortly. I knew child growing my womb. Oh, comes Page. I'm proud to see my son no longer a child but an adult. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that displayed little natural inclination towards warfare, such as Bauer, can come to truly understand it. So, my son has become a brilliant strategist. Nice. Unfortunately, it's not part of my court, so I'm not too worried. Can we arrange a marriage for an alliance? No. Very well. He's not part of my court, he's part of my husband, so it's not that relevant to me. And... enforce demands. It was a foolish stance to take now, wasn't it? Disband all. We'll ransom him. You're at peace with us right now, aren't you? Why are we losing? Unraised men-at-arms. Ah. Unpleasant pleasantries. When I sent out invitations to a dance, I was looking forward to an evening of good company and frivolous fun. Instead, I found myself stuck in a dreadful conversation with my spy master. I think the lady has had enough. A man interrupted. It's Uma. Can't you tell you're boring her, Sakina? Indeed, I'm not staying any longer than I must. A new claimant of all the You fool! You're not meant to give others a chance to attack us. How am I doing? 41. Lady Dorama, my virtuous flower, my Marshal Umar is kneeling before me. Right hand above his heart. My only desire is to bring you honour and happiness. Pray tell me, how can I prove my love for you? Sakina Gadi Mariam's necklace looks lovely. Well, he's not giving me that, so I guess that's not going to work, is it? Right. We can't conquer him yet. Okay, we've done that. Diplomacy perk is available. For every birth it gets a little easier. Yet I never cease to be amazed by the intensity of the experience and my own strength. Once more I have brought forth new life. Mariam. Jire, I like that name. Ducal Conquest. That's a spell that allows the seizure of counties required to create an uncreated title of duchy. Ooh. Let's go that route, shall we? We've got 2400, 2526. And what about you, my dear husband? What do you have? The request. Lady Dorama, let me prove my devotion to you. Well, you let me down already. Food. Your love for me should be sustenance enough. Uma looks gaunter and gaunter for every day that passed, but even as his body withered, his will and devotion stood. I find him to proclaim the challenge he won, and the first thing to pass his lips is another promise of faithfulness. Well, that moves us closer. Room to rule. Good. What's next? How long until... Ended from declaring war on you for 4 years. So there's still 4 years left. I can scarce remember what my life was like before Umar declared his feelings for me. Those days seemed so bleak, so dreary, but with him by my side, everything and anything suddenly seems possible. I wish we could go on like this forever, but deep down I know that I must make my choice. Am I brave enough to give in to my feelings? Ooh, this could be tricky with a husband already. But as soulmates. As soulmates, when I feel my husband may indeed be dwelling within the beds of others. I'm yours, Uma. Crash! Well, what's going on? I peer into the darkness, my eyes suddenly adjusting. Buri! There is someone by my bedroom window. I scramble out of bed and run for the door, but the intruder is faster. He grabs my arm, tugs, and I fall. Or I can scream, my hand is covering my mouth. Listen closely, Magajia. If you do what I say, no one will get. His words turn into a gurgle as a dagger plunges deep into his neck. Dorama, you alright? I wouldn't recognize that voice anyway. My saviour is none other than Uma. Oh, my love, never let me out of your sight again. There we are. A lifesaver. Shawata seemed to enjoy our latest feast immensely. She got along quite well with everyone she spoke to, even the adult guests. Never hurts to make friends, indeed. Slave raids against Kano escalate. Slave raids and the resultant human trafficking that they bring are often brutal facts of life for those in or near the Sahel. The money such raiding brings can be too lucrative to forego, and many settlements raid each other sporadically. Recently, however, slavers from Katsina have been fervently targeting nearby Kano, and several prominent merchants are planning a large attack. Halt this barbarism! Slavery is hardly just. What's wrong with you? $888, and it's 13th of February. What do we have? We can take a concubine. None of them exactly appeal. You can marry. If only there was someone. Oh, with an alliance, yes. Kingdom of Ghana. Well, why don't you marry this young lady? Alliance formed with them. Good. I'm glad to accept your betrothal position. Nice. If we look at an attack now, we absolutely obliterate them. I can't do ducal conquest yet, can I? Next time. My husband, High Chieftain Gobier, is once again absent. He would never disrespect the sanctity of our marriage. At least, not any more than I have. Let's say that, though a royal couple, we have an open marriage. Loyalty or fear? Well, of course, we want their unwavering loyalty. That's not even a question. Tahu, Tahu. Increased military presence for 5 years. Good. We'll get that raised. Faction created against me. That's not good. Sorry, populists. Actually, let's have a look at what we're doing in the court. You need to be working there. And you are already working hard. Good. Neighbouring ruler won war. An acquaintance died, unfortunate. Betrothal fulfilled, and they're now married. A wedding at court sounds like a lovely idea. We are gathered here today to witness the marriage of Bowo and Awo. Whatever. The priest's words echo across the great hall at Dara, which has been tastefully appointed for the occasion. Of the days, Bowo and Awo say their vows, and with that, they are married. How lovely. The reception. Now it's time for the real reason people go to the weddings, the reception. The mood is raucous as the feast begins. Looking around, I can see two families beginning to mingle. Someone raises a toast to the couple's health, and a cheer rises from the room. No doubt it will be the first of many tonight. Heavenly delights. Ah, what kind of meat is this, so rich in flavour? What are these vegetables? Almost sweet. Oh, and these wonderful little desserts. This wedding has the best food I have ever tasted. Delightful. The innuendo. I know what I said, I just don't understand why you find it so funny. Zamba cocks her head to the side while I withhold my chortle. I haven't told her what she said could be interpreted as something lewd. If you squeeze the head, the thick substance will pour out. I may not be alone in thinking this is funny. Kebble spat out some of his drink. What do we know about you? Patient, callous, paranoid. And you? Temperate, calm, trusting. Temperate wouldn't necessarily go with that, so never mind. Never mind. Dynasty legacy. The blood will out, noble veins. Unfaithful. She's exposed my husband's affair with my rival Hausa. How could High Chieftain share his bed with another? How could he betray me like this? Perhaps I will never know his... Well, I mean, to be fair... no comment. I'm not going to divorce him. My love! My love! My only true love! Bullshit. I beg you, let this end. But he remains silent, and still in silence I plead for his love, tears trailing down his cheeks. When he finally speaks, his words are not what I expect. I never wanted to hurt you. For that I am sorry, but I cannot deny our feelings for Hausa. What we have, nothing else compares to it, not even you. Oh dear. Well, he lost 10 opinion. He's now still at 100. The receptions end. We feast and dance late into the night. But at least it is time to head back home. I could not help but notice Bayona could barely keep their hands off each other, let alone their eyes. The tension was unbearable. Good thing they'll have a room to themselves after this. Departing the hall, they leave the newlyweds for their new life. Alan and J.O. bless their union. A scheme at court. I'm not sure I trust these schemes you keep bringing to me. Still 3 years. A new perk. Ducal Conquest. I mean, it would seem that... Do we not have a penalty on declaring against them? We can declare against them! I see. Now, Gobier... We would need to take Tahoe. And that would give us our third. Let's do that. Declare war. We can't do that. We certainly can't do that. And we can't do that because we've done it to someone. We can take Tahoe. Can designate a guardian for Magan. Magan, what are you like? A spy. That's fine. We could also take another concubine if we see anyone. But I really don't, honestly. I don't see any reason to bed any of those people. We could call allies to war, but we don't need to. Not currently, anyway. Raise all armies. Why is my sister scheming so? Seven months. 5 months. 4 months. We're moving fast through this. Three. The bonny, your caresses are like pretty nice pebbles. My heart yearns to feel the embrace of your love, that I may know you're warm, or more like a corpse. What? May our love grow and flourish evermore. These lines are but a bleak reflection of my bed. I'll say they're bloody bleak. You just asked me if I feel like a corpse. I will do anything to prove my loyal affections. you sort of flatter me, my lord, in a way. Don't compare me to a corpse anymore, however. Deviant lands. I've heard that there are lands far away from where I live where the practice of marriage between siblings is common, and not just accepted, but actively embraced and encouraged throughout society, from the highest of the royalty to the lowest of to the humblest of peasants. Could such community even exist? If they did, I have yet to meet anyone from such a place in person. At least anyone whose story I would believe. If they existed, that's absolutely barbaric. Who am I to judge? Different people have different customs and traditions. Thinking about them gets me all excited. Very excited. No. I think it's... Let me double check. Honest and trusting. Honestly, I think it's rather barbaric. Chiwata comes of age. She has not gained what she needed to. She's got level 2, thrifty clerk. She's competent, but she's not good. Lady grew up fast. The abhorrent... I've been cut... Well, that didn't please him, did it? Right, let's go down here. And free up my county. What do we have? Heir unmarried, yes. Matrilineal. Can we have a look at some traits? Oh, that would help with that, but... Lover's pox. No, we don't want that. I definitely don't want that. A giant would be interesting and intelligent. You know, why don't you marry... Well, he's not giving us anything in terms of alliance, is he? That could bring comeliness in. Why don't you go with him? I've heard good things about you and I'm interested in starting a written conversation. I hope this letter finds you willing. Indeed. Alliance formed. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Wedding at court. Another one. With her engagement so mini, Chiwata asked me if I would host a wedding at my court. A wedding would doubt be a cheery affair, but then there's always a cost. And perhaps there are more important matters to attend to. I think we can do that for my daughter, my heir. We are gathered here today to witness the marriage of Chiwata and Minnie. The priest's words echo across the great hall at Daura, which has been tastefully appointed for the occasion. At the dais, Chiwata and Minnie say their vows, and with that, they're married. Oh, lovely. Reception! Someone raises a toast. Let's get this party started. In awe, after extensive conversation over a meal, Chiwata expressed that she admires how I'm able to expound at length on any topic. I think she's telling us to shut up. I think what she probably said was, it's amazing the way you're able to go on and on about absolutely anything nobody cares about. As Minnie's eyes widen at my words, I realise what I've just said about Umar. I struggle to push my tankard away. I've had too much. Don't trust a word I say. What have I done? Oh dear. Well, I mean, my husband has really no right to complain. Thank you for your swift response. I'm looking forward to our correspondence. Qualities of realm administration are just fascinating. Blessings of family, or... Let's send a gift. Reception's end. Could barely keep their hands off each other. I'm arranging some good marriages for my children, it seems. Call to war. Call upon you to honour our alliance. Alright. I don't know if we're going to do anything, but we'll honour it. We're also being raided. The charming Kebi, the gift you sent me was greatly appreciated. A trade deal. yes. And we've almost taken this back. %. Enforced demands. Absolutely. Right, now. Let's sort things out here. I'm above the domain limit. All of that's good. You. Let me grant you a minor title. Chieftain of Katsina. That's good. The next thing I need to do, of course, is disband everyone. Or do I? No, I need to kick some tushy here. Udo is no longer my seneschal. Let's see what we have available as regards court positions. Shawata, my player heir, would be wonderful as a seneschal. A bodyguard. I've lost my bodyguard. Bowo, my son. Certainly a bodyguard. And a court jester. My niece? My niece. How are we doing with 8 months there, 18 years there, building up the lands. I think I need to go rest the troops for now. Low control indeed. Now, I can create the title. Which is good. Shawata can marry. Child of my dynasty. Oh, the daughter of Magan's given birth to a daughter. Badima, I like the name. Inheritable traits. Oh, slow down, I'm doing things. Typhus, my poor daughter. Oh, Geneva, my younger daughter. Be cautious, do no more than is necessary. Well, I think we can accept you into the fold. We can ransom you for 10, yes. Designated guardian for Geneba. You are Marshal. Oh. That's fine. Now if we look at our decisions, I'm at war, that's one problem. I need to be illustrious, but we're getting close. And then it would cost us 300, 500 prestige, and 200 piety. All of which we have. Well, we don't have the 300 yet. But we're in a position to get into that. And then we could have the kingdom, or queendom, I suppose, since we're a matriarchy. Gladly accept your marriage proposal. Good. Okay, so wedding at court sounds a lovely idea. How lovely. Reception, let's get started. Solid judgment. As Shawata's eyes widen at my words, I realised what I've said. I seem to be spilling the beans rather a lot about that. Corrupt officials of Gobier. The officials of Gobier have gained a reputation for being corrupt and morally flawed. Well, I'm not going to put up with that now, am I? Curb it. That puts us negative, but we'll get it back in a couple of months. The innuendo! Wow. You are brave, ambitious, and stubborn. That could work. You are cynical, paranoid, gregarious. Might enjoy a good laugh. Repeat what you said. Grew close to forming a rivalry. Oh dear. Will you stop speaking your mind about your lover, dear girl? The reception's end. Hit things off immediately. Alright, so another successful marriage. Where have we gone? Over here. Offer concubine. Think would serve you. Will you stop that? Would serve you as well as a concubine. He's like 56 years old. Not very good at anything. Alright, why not? Many in a good tune played on an old fiddle. My daughter has recovered from typhus. That's great news. That's increased control is finished. Let's do Tahua. My hook has expired, that's fine, I really don't care. My dynasty. My daughter in heir, Shawata, has given birth to a son. Holy, that sounds like a delicious name. Adaptive traditions, no. Forced vassalage. Let's just make our way down the tree here. And yes, we'll exchange letters with you. Fine, no problem. We can create the Kingdom of Hausaland. We can. Because we have 3 of them. And that's only 150. Ooh. Ah. We are on track to create Hausaland. Now, that is where we'll end for today. Perhaps next time we will be able to create Hausaland, our own nation. For now, I've been King Yorkie II of the House of Yorkie. You've been a fine court, and I appreciate your pleasure. So, farewell to you, my allies, friends, vassals, and enemies of the state. You know who you are. Very well.